Hi guys, it's me Samantha here today, and I haven't played with makeup in weeks because so many reasons, but I decided to have some little makeup playtime. And I don't know if you guys have seen, I don't know, you have to be living under a rock if you're watching makeup videos on YouTube, the dolphin skin trend that's going on, and it looks very similar to what I kind of do already. So I decided I wanted to try it today. And yeah, if you are interested in watching me experiment a little bit, or you want to sit down and experiment with me, this is going to be the video for you. If you are new to my channel, my name is Samantha. I am a mom of 3 and I work full-time. I am a makeup enthusiast and I just do this for fun, so I don't take it very seriously, and neither should you. So yes, let's get started. So it is the middle of the day, so I've done my skincare way early in the day, and it seems like the key goal in this is hydration, hydration, hydration. So we're gonna just start out by like misting our skin, and this is a longtime favorite of mine. It's the Pixi Skin Milky Mist. I was gonna call it Skin Milk. It's pretty much that. And this is what she looks like, and we're just gonna spritz this all over her face. It feels so good, and that's just to kind of rehydrate the skin a little bit because it is the middle of the day. Don't mind me, I did like a little home manicure. My mom got me these things for Christmas called Color Street, and because I don't really like get my nails done or anything like that, I just kind of think about like, am I gonna spend $30 on a manicure, or can I spend $30 on an eyeshadow palette or blush, and then I don't get my nails done? So my mom thought it was a cool idea to get me these things. It didn't come out great because it was my first time, but it is pretty cool. She gave me a couple of them, so I'm gonna keep trying that. So the next thing I wanted to use is, this is kind of a skincare thing, but it is marketed as a primer. So this is the Neutrogena Radiant Primer Serum, and this is what she looks like. Very cute, and as you can tell, it kind of has like a little pearlescence in it. It's very, very thin, and I actually don't think it does too much to the makeup as a primer as far as like longevity or whatever, but it does give your skin like a little bit of shimmer, a little bit of a glow, and I feel like it does make the skin feel plump. So we're gonna try this. And again, it feels more like skincare than it does like a primer. So I do have a brand new primer in here that I'm gonna try for the first time, but this is just more like adding hydration to the skin, and it just adds a little bit of pearlescence. So the primer that is brand new to me that I really want to try, I purchased this like a month ago. Oh my god, you guys don't even know, I've purchased so much crap from Thanksgiving, Black Friday until now, which is like January 18th, and I haven't used like any of it because I have not worn makeup. But this is the MILANI Supercharged Dewy Primer. So let's take this seal off and make it official. Now, I don't use too many things that advertise as dewy because I do have oily skin. I like things that are hydrating so that I can kind of get a dewy look once my oils break through. But this is the first time I bought a primer that was like intended for dewiness. So this is what she looks like on the hand. It does kind of remind me of my Touch in Sol Pretty Filter, which if this ends up being a dupe, I'd be like super pumped because it is cheaper, and it does smell really, really good. It smells like oranges. It says it has ginseng and citrus extract, so that makes sense. And it's supposed to refresh and smooth skin for an ultra dewy finish. Skin looks vibrant and luminous. It has citrus, turmeric, ginseng extracts with an exhilarating citrus scent. I do feel like it is doing a very similar thing as my Touch and Soul. It's very like smoothing. So that is pretty cool. And I do see like really beautiful glow. Yeah, it looks really nice and it feels good on the skin. I like the consistency of it. It has a slight tackiness to it. All right, so the whole thing is to be like super glistening kind of, and I believe this was, if I did my research correctly, this was inspired by a makeup artist named Mary Phillips, and she, I believe, works for Iconic London. She didn't you know, come up with the name Dolphin Skin, but she came up with that style. And I have these illuminating drops in the original shade. I got it in a BoxyCharm ages ago, and I very rarely use it because it is very like oil based, it feels like, and you kind of have to do it under the skin, which is fine. I don't know why I just never reach for this. I kind of lean more towards the Rare Beauty or the Hollywood Flawless Filter because it's a little bit thicker and less runny. And this is also a lot more blinding. So we're going to use this, and I'm going to use this sponge. This is the e.l.f. Camo like concealer sponge, and I think this is going to be perfect for placing this in the areas that we want. So I'm going to just put this little dropper on my hand, but you can see it's really like runny, and that's way too much anyway, but I just wanted you to kind of see the consistency. And I'm gonna make a big fat mess here because I'm trying to like hold the mirror on with the same hand that has it on there. Let me just be safe. Okay, we're gonna dab this with our finger and kind of, look at that, go in on the areas that we want to have this dolphin skin on. Like, look how much, a little bit goes a long way. I don't need nearly as much as I'm putting on. I'm trying to make sure it's semi-even. All right, here we go. Take the sponge, kind of blend that into the skin. Now, when I've used this over a foundation, it most definitely breaks up my makeup. So this is a product that I don't feel like is very on top of like friendly with putting it on top of foundation. You know, if you forget to put this beforehand, don't bother doing it after. And I think that's why I don't reach for it as much, just because, you know, if I forget along the way to put a highlight underneath my foundation, like if I'm using the Rare Beauty, I can still go ahead and do it on top, where this is just not as friendly in that way. This looks absolutely crazy. There are girls out there making this look so easy. All right, it's an experiment. We're there. I do have to say that that primer, the scent is really pleasant at first, but it lingers for quite a while. So if you don't like citrus smells, or it starts to give you a headache or something, I don't recommend it. So we're gonna put on top of this our Light Illusion foundation by Flower Beauty, and I used mine in the shade Caramel right now. In the summertime I used Tawny, so that's why I had to double check. I always forget between the two which one's which. And this is supposed to be kind of a natural-ish look, but I have a lot of acne marks that I'm trying to cover up, so we might go a little heavier with this. And I'm gonna use a sponge because I feel like if I do a brush, it's just gonna move all that highlighter everywhere. And I kind of do both with my foundation. I do sometimes a sponge and sometimes I'm using a brush. It kind of just depends if I have a sponge that's already clean. Alright, it's coming together. I hate like that my forehead is just so incredibly darker than the rest of my face, because I hate how that always looks. And I always put way too much on my forehead than I intend. I feel like it looks pretty good. So the point of putting the highlight areas there underneath is to kind of get that glow, but you want to make sure you don't get it anywhere around your like nose because you don't want to look greasy. So let me just zoom in and get a better look and use the monitor to help me blend. My nose looks slightly crazy, but it looks really pretty on the cheeks and the chin. Okay, it's looking pretty good. Let's we'll keep you zoomed in, up close and personal, and we're gonna use the Becca Under Eye Brightening Concealer. I have mine in medium to deep. I got this a while ago and I actually wasn't a big fan at first, but I'm coming around to it. I just tend to like something more orange. I'm making those silly makeup faces for y'all. There we go. I look like all my nightmares disappeared. Alright, we're going to then use the Flower Beauty Light Illusion Concealer, and I have this in the shade Medium Honey. Gonna put a little bit of this there. That is really, really pretty. So I'm surprised I've pulled it off this much. And I'm gonna set my under eye just a little bit with this Ciat London Everyday Vacay powder. It's a matte powder and it's translucent white. I never used to use powders like this, but this one is actually pretty good. And we're just gonna set the under eye just a little. See, just this little. So to kind of keep this look looking pretty luminous, I'm gonna use my Fenty cream bronzer in the shade Honey Glaze. And these bronzers, I have two shades of them. They're cream, but they also have kind of, I'm gonna show you a swatch. If you look at it up close and personal, it almost has like a little bit of a shimmer in there, so it is going to provide a little bit of a glow as well. And so we're gonna use that, and I have my Fenty, what's this face brush, and I'm gonna, this is the number 125, and I'm gonna use this to do my bronzer. Alright, that adds a little dimension, but it doesn't take away from the luminosity. And then, really exciting, this is brand new that I haven't gotten to use as well. This is the KOSAS Velvet Melon Color and Light Cream. This is in the high intensity version. So this is what she looks like. I have swatched it, but I haven't used it on my face yet. So I'm really, really excited. So I'm just gonna take my e.l.f. stippling brush, which I love, and kind of go into that melon shade just a little bit and put that on my cheek. Alright, this is what that's looking like. I think I'm pulling this off. I don't know, not to be tooting my own horn, but I'm gonna toot my own horn. I think it's pretty good. So I'm just gonna kind of clean the brush on a makeup rag, and brush is relatively clean. We're gonna go into the highlight side and see if we can intensify the glow just a tad without overdoing it. Alright, so the last thing I'm gonna do, because it's supposed to look really natural, I'm gonna leave my lips as is, and I have the Physicians Formula Organic Wear Lip Tint Treatment here, and what shade is this, because I think it's in Ginger Snap, and I'll just put another layer on because I can feel it coming off a little bit. I've had this for quite a while, but I just pulled it out because I'm trying to be good and stop biting the skin off my lips all the time. I know, gross. And I did consider setting my face. I feel like if you want to do this look and you still kind of want to set your face because you're oily, I'm not going anywhere. But say if I wanted to wear my skin like this out of the house and under a mask, so you kind of want to set it but you don't want to lose the glow, this NYX High Glass Finishing Powder is absolutely amazing. And I think if you put this to kind of set everything a little bit, it would look really, really beautiful. It would still keep that glow and you can have that dolphin skin look. I'm not going anywhere, so I don't have a need to set it. And I prefer typically to not set my makeup. Obviously, if I was leaving the house, because we're in the middle of a pandemic and we always have to wear masks, I would be setting it, and I've been going through this like crazy. I have like this one and another backup because I go through it so much now. Because this look is more natural, I'm not going to put a lipstick on, and I'm not going to go crazy with brows and eyeshadow. We're just going to put some of this Patrick Ta brow wax. I am going to color in my brows just a little bit because, as you can see, there's always some little bald spots. And then I'm going to go in with this and give you the final look. Alright guys, this is the final look. I did my eyebrows, I put on a little bit of mascara. I try to be really light with it because I want it to look really natural and just have the focus be my skin looking luminous. And this is the final look, and I think it looks really good. It's definitely achievable. It looked a little scary at first, and I highly enjoyed hanging out with you guys and playing with this makeup and experimenting a little bit. And yeah, I think it really makes your skin look flawless, and I highly recommend you playing with some stuff that maybe you already have and making this work. If you're looking for things that could probably achieve this look that is a little bit more affordable as far as the brow wax goes, the Revolution Pro has a soap brow that is really good, and I think just as good as this. Honestly, I just use this because I paid a lot of money for it. Also, for the blushes and the highlight, I would say that you could try any of the Milani cream cheek, I think they call it cheek kiss blushes. Those would be really good for this. And also, oh, and I believe Flower Beauty has a Day Glow like skin glaze kind of balm highlight thing if you don't have a highlight like this. But you could also use like the Milani liquid highlights. Those are amazing, and you could use those underneath and then double up on top of it. I think that would look beautiful. I use those all of the time. And the bronzer, I don't feel like I've seen any cream bronzers from the drugstore. If they came out, if Milani came out with one, I'm sure it would be bomb, because those cream blushes they came out with recently are amazing, and that would be all they need. But yeah, I think those would be all my affordable options for the few things that I used that were kind of considered high-end. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button to my channel. It would really help me a lot. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. Until next time, love you guys. Bye.